It's a watch pot never boils, huh?
I know, should we look away?
Just... Ready to get started?
I'm so ready.
Do you know what we're making?
Blackberry Cabernet Dole Whip?
Mm-hmm, that's it.
Okay, so tell me what we're adding here.
All right, so we've got some blackberries, about a cup, half a cup of water.
Oh, that's just water, okay.
And some sugar.
All right, how is this about a half cup too?
About a half cup too.
Ooh, all right, going in.
Yeah,
And what are we making to start?
This is a blackberry sauce, kind of like a blackberry syrup.
Okay.
Just give this a mix around. We want to break down all these blackberries. Get all that flavor.
It's like getting purple really quick. Like
Yeah.
the second you put them in there, it started to like get kind of purpley, huh?
Yeah, this will take maybe about 10, maybe 15 minutes. You want it on like medium heat. You don't want it to come to a boil, just want a soft simmer.
Okay.
Make sure to mash up these blackberries, break them down a little bit.
Does it get thick at all, or will it stay liquidy?
It'll get thick a little bit. The blackberries thicken it up just a little bit. But yeah, we'll have a nice like saucy syrup for our Sangria Dole Whip.
Yes. Oh, Sangria Dole Whip.
Sangria Dole Whip.
With Cabernet wine.
Yeah, but you know why we're using wine?
Because it's delicious.
Yeah, well, what does every mother need?
Oh,
for Mother's Day?
wine.
Yeah, so.
Aw.
Naturally, I think
For
of
the
mom.
moms.
You think of wine.
Is that like a bad cliche at this point? Like, you're a mom, you need wine. Like,
think-
what? At what point does that become like overdone?
I don't think the moms care. The moms are like, the more wine, the better.
Yeah, I'm not a mom yet, so I don't know. But I would just think I'm not a mom and I already need wine, so. Moms
Unless you have the
that
vodka
much
mom.
More.
I'm not saying I have the vodka mom, but there are vodka moms out there. I think maybe like you have like a younger kid, you're the wine mom, and then you get to the teenage years and you turn into the vodka mom.
The vodka mom.
These kids. These kids and their technology.
And you apparently have a raspy voice with a teenager too.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna crank up the heat a little bit here. Get this going.
All right.
This may take a minute.
Yeah, it's heating up.
Stall for time.
So how did you come up with this recipe? What was your process? Like, why this recipe?
So the team was talking a little bit about like, how do we want to celebrate Mother's Day? What would be fun? We've really loved this whole Dole Whip kick, this whole Dole Whip trend.
Yes.
Who doesn't like a good sangria?
Agreed. It's
Especially
starting to
moms.
go.
So I feel like the wine and the mom thing is so synonymous. We haven't done an alcohol version of this or like a
Yeah.
frozen-y alcohol drink, and I didn't even think that sangria would freeze really well or work, and after practicing and trying it, it does, and it is so good.
Question for you. Are we gonna cook the wine, or is there actually gonna be alcohol in it?
There's actually alcohol in this, so we're just making the
That's
syrup to start.
amazing. Okay,
So you'll see
but you're
the whole
not cooking the
process.
wine.
You're not cooking.
So this
We're not
is-
cooking the wine.
This is not a recipe for kids.
No, yeah, not for kids. If you're over 21 and like to make this for mom, go ahead.
Right.
But this is not for the kiddos to make. I'm sure you can make a fun version of this, like with some Concord grape juice or something like
sure,
that. That
okay.
would be a fun alternative if you want to keep it alcohol free. Give that a go. We didn't try it, but I think it would substitute just fine and be just as delicious. Or any kind of like mixed berry juice. I know there's tons of juices that are like
Yeah.
mixed berry, like blueberry, raspberry, blackberry. So get that kind of juice. You can use that as well. Now we are going.
Yeah, it's getting frothy.
Yeah, and this is why you want to keep it on low, not have it get too high, because it will bubble up all that sugar in there. Once you get it to a little bit of a boil, a little bit of a simmer, turn that mother down. Once they start getting soft, you want to like push them up against the side.
Oh, smush them.
Smush them a little bit.
Okay.
All we're trying to do is get all that blackberry flavor, and we're gonna strain it to not have any of the seeds.
Oh, good. I hate the seeds.
If you like that texture, go ahead and throw a few fresh blackberries in your blender. During the blender step, you can have some of that blackberry texture, but I like it just like this.
It's like very Mother's Day appropriate color right now.
All right, here we go. You wanna crush them up? Crush them
Yeah,
up.
I'll take a turn at crushing these guys.
Juice of one orange will go in here eventually.
And that'll just give us some good, like, because we're going for sangria flavor.
Sangria, so yeah,
Okay, so
traditional
different fruits.
sangria has different fruits in it, different flavors. So this just gives you some citrus, some acidity.
Same thing with the lime, just good flavor.
Just great flavor, and it brightens everything up. I did a version of this without the lime, thinking that, oh gosh, we have orange in there, there's blackberries. Blackberries are kind of tart and acidic, so is wine. But the lime really brightens it up, really
Okay.
like makes it sparkle.
Do you think you have to keep stirring this? Will it burn?
You should keep stirring it and kind of scrape down the sides if you can a little bit so none of that sugar like gets too stuck or burns or anything. But just keep an eye on it, keep it on low, you should be good. And this is like fun and kind of simple, but it's also kind of like decadent and glamorous and luxurious. So it's a really fun way to have a special treat for Mother's Day or really all spring and summer long. I mean, I will make this any time of the year. It's so good.
This recipe would really be good for like a pool party too. It doesn't have to just be for Mother's Day.
It's cold, it's refreshing, so it's good for like outdoor parties, something fun and different.
Yes.
Ready to give this a strain? I think it's really close.
Yeah.
All right. Be real careful. Pour that out.
Yum.
So we want all that juice, all that flavor, and basically all we want left in the strainer is seeds and a little bit of pulp. Also, it's cool to note that even if you don't get them all smushed in the pot itself, when you do this, they'll all just like smush down really perfectly and you'll get all the juice that you might have missed before. And you can see like all that's left is seeds and like a little pulp. But we pretty much got all the juice out, which is pretty impressive. Now this is the gold of this recipe. It's so good. Not the wine? Well, the wine is the foundation. This is the decoration. So we're gonna set this aside, let this cool. And we're gonna get our blender, blend everything together, and we'll be one step closer to Dole Whip. Perfect. We have blender. Oh my goodness, these things. Technology. There we go. Ah, there she is. Let's start off with pineapple into the blender. Okay, all right. So this is frozen pineapple. You could use canned pineapple, fresh pineapple, about 2 cups. If you're not gonna use a soft serve and ice cream machine, use frozen, use a little bit less liquid. It'll make a little bit of a smoothie texture. Then you can just eat it right out of the blender that way, but we're gonna put this in our soft serve machine. Huh? Yep. Okay. We're gonna juice this orange. Juice the orange? You don't need much, just the juice of an orange. You can use a juicer. But I like to do it by hand, all natural. Some of those oils get in there. Yeah, well, you have much better orange technique than I do. There you go, gotta get a good grip. Well, I'm doing this lime. You can measure out 1.5 cups of that beautiful Cabernet we have over there. Whatever's left over, we can just enjoy while this is blending. Seriously, I do think it is appropriate to have a glass of wine while you are cooking. Or blending. Or blending. That's the magic right there. 1/2 cup of syrup. A little bit more if you like it a little sweeter. I kind of like some balance in there. And we're gonna save this syrup because you don't want to throw this away. I might just eat it with a spoon, but we're actually gonna use some in the end of the recipe. Oh, all right. Make sure we put the lid on. This would be quite disastrous. All right, would you like to do the honors? Sure. So just check it if there's any chunks on the side. Can scrape those down, but we're looking good. Yeah. You just want a smooth consistency. You want all those chunks broken down, everything all incorporated. We'll give it a little another pulse here too. Just to be sure. Gosh, what can't these blenders chop through? I know, these are fancy blenders. All right, let's get our machine in place and we're ready to make Dole Whip. We're ready. Okay, just drop it right in. Yeah, that's the cold part. It's gonna freeze everything. Is it in there? I think so. Okay, this was one of the best purchases we made. I love this thing. It's so much fun. About how much was this? If this thing was under $100. Like, really? It's so inexpensive and it's so easy to use and it's actually pretty easy to clean too, which is, I feel like any kitchen gadget, if it's difficult to clean, you never want to use it. All right, it is rolling. Gonna pour our mixture in. Hope for no leaks. I know. Huh? It is leaking? No! Dole Whip down! Oh yeah, I just put the cold part in there. I didn't make sure that it was actually securely in there. It should be good now. It should, I mean, you can see it's churning it. I think we're okay. Yeah. All right. We'll just roll with it. All right. Crisis averted. Okay. Now, how long does this take to churn? So this takes about 20 to 30 minutes until it's done. Wine, since it does have alcohol content in there, doesn't exactly freeze as quickly as other liquids, so it may take a little bit more time. The other thing you could do, we didn't do it in this one, but you could spike this up. Like add a little bit of triple sec or Grand Marnier in here. That's fancy. A little bit of brandy, because most sangrias do have like additional alcohol in them, additional spirit in there. Could you add like some extra fruit at the end and it would
give you chunks?
Yeah, if you want one more chunky, like true to sangria like texture, you could dice up some fruit. Just make sure it's small enough.
Apples or something?
Some extra berries would be good too.
Okay.
Some berries.
Like you said, if you like a little bit of seeds in your blackberries, you could throw a couple in.
Should we do something with that wine while we're waiting?
Yes.
A little sip. Give me a straw.
Yeah, a really long straw because we used most of it.
Cleaning up from our little leakage issue earlier. Still leaking a little bit, but should be good. Pardon our mishaps. It's all part of the fun.
Okay, so tell me, Christopher, will this time it for you, or how do you know when it's done?
It just is on. It'll keep spinning, keep chilling, so you just kind of want to keep taking a peek at it, check the consistency. You'll be able to tell that it's thick enough to dispense when it looks like soft serve consistency.
Oh, okay, so you just have
ready
to watch
to enjoy, yeah. So about 30 minutes. Actually, it's going really quick. It's only been maybe like 10 to 15 minutes, and it's getting there. It's still a little watery, but we're gonna dig a spoon in here. See how this is tasting. You ready?
I'm gonna taste it. All right, I'm ready.
What do you think? Is it good? Mm-hmm. Okay. Good, good.
That is so good, and it's not even all frozen yet.
It's not even all frozen yet.
Flavor.
So we're gonna give it another 10 minutes. On a normal countertop, you won't have to stand on a stool to check it. But here in the studio,
fancy studio land,
because of the wine, it won't get completely solid, like true soft serve consistency, but it'll get close.
Like, do you think it's gonna be the consistency of Dole Whip, or will it be a little bit softer than that?
It'll be a little bit soft. Can you wait any longer?
I cannot wait any longer.
All right.
Is it ready?
All right. We'll give this a go.
Okay.
See how nice this is.
I don't even know how to work this.
Oh, just pull down the lever in the front.
What?
And we pray.
Ready? Ready? Wait. No,
Yeah,
is this right?
from the top,
Oh.
There we go. There we go. First timer.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
So uneventful. Oh my goodness. Well, we'll be here for a while, folks.
Okay, so it's like a slow dispense. It's a slow dispense.
That's the fun of the machine.
Ooh, all right.
So there we go. A couple blackberries inside. A little drizzle of the syrup.
Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, yes.
Model it. Model it.
It's beautiful. Good?
Comes out in little plops. But hey, it's still fun.
It's still
It's
fun.
still gonna
All
be
right,
delicious.
I think that's enough, yeah? Cheers.
Cheers.
You need 2 spoons. We'll have to share.
I'm just gonna go for it. Oh my god,
So good.
the fresh berries in there is really good. I love it.
I love how fluffy it gets. It's really fluffy. Pineapple gives it such a good texture.
No matter how it looks, it's delicious. Thanks, Jess, for helping me out.
Thank you.
And thanks, moms. Cheers to
I know,
moms.
Cheers to the moms. We're just cheersing.
We're just cheersing.